It looks like our ritual is going the way it should,
Yeah.
so we should be able to summon a powerful demon very soon.
Seriously? I like doing dark magic so much.
Yes.
And if it wasn't for that witch, we never would have gotten it all done. It's too bad there aren't any girls.
Oh my god, it's like I had some kind of horror dream
No.
tonight. What was I even doing last night? For some reason, all the windows in my house are barred, although I distinctly remember not making them that way.
What
I gotta
the-
go find Mikey soon. Oh, and by the way, I keep getting this weird smell. It's like it smells like blood in here, and that's the scary part. But I'm hoping Mikey's just messing with me, so I should totally reprimand him for that. How come I can't get out of my own house? It's really weird, and I guess I can't figure it out on my own. So I should probably go find my friend and ask him
Booyah.
what we're doing here. And by the way, I was really wondering where that blood on the floor was going. There's so much of it, I think we're gonna have 2 bodies lying around somewhere. And I'm guessing they're in the basement. I don't know if I want to see it.
Oh no!
How could this even happen? Why are our girls on chains hanging from the ceiling? And I take it they're no longer alive. It's just horrible. What am I supposed to do with all
no!
this? And by the way, I take it that's where Mikey is.
Whoa.
But what was he doing here, and why is he unconscious now? Things are getting weirder around here,
No.
and I'm gonna have to figure this out. The most important thing is that Mikey doesn't wake up while I'm pulling him across the floor, cause I'm gonna freak out. And I'm already very curious to find out what happened in that basement, because if it's Mikey's fault, I won't forgive him for destroying my girlfriend. I think I could totally destroy him for that if he's
Boom, boom,
guilty.
boom.
Mikey, you need to wake up right now.
Huh.
Mikey seems to be having a hard time coming to his senses.
What
and
the-
that's too bad, because I'm getting more and more scared to be out here alone, so I'm gonna try to wake him up with a potion. That's the way it's always worked after all. Mikey, I hope that very soon you can come to your senses and
Booyah.
help me understand what happened in our strange house. Now, I just need to pour the healing potion on you. I was wondering how long it would take him to come around. I don't know what happened to Mikey, but it's more like he's just sleeping. So this should work out just fine. I hope so.
JJ, thank you so much for waking me up. But why did you do it in the first place? I thought it was nighttime, so I was asleep. It's weird that I sleep so soundly during the
No.
day, though. And why are all our windows made of bars?
Mikey, I'm sure something very strange is going on in our house. Because when I woke up, I found a lot of bloody footprints. But the worst thing I found was in the basement. And I'm not sure you should go down there.
But what could there be to scare me? And by the way, where did our girls go? I don't think they were supposed to go anywhere. Although now I realize they've been here the whole time. How could this happen? We weren't even attacked.
Mikey, I didn't understand what or who could have done that either. But I think we might know a little bit more, and that's because I put up a surveillance camera not too long ago. So,
Really?
how would you like us to use it?
Hey, that's actually a really good idea. But don't you think we might get a little scared when we watch the tape? Because I feel like we're the ones who actually did it.
I don't think we could be capable of that. And we weren't hypnotized. So I'm sure it's someone else's fault. So let's just sit down at the computer as soon as possible and see who we have to get revenge on.
All right. Well, I trust you in general. So we'll go and have a look. But what do we do if it turns out we did it?
Here's the laptop. There's a reason I put this camera up after all. And let me see what it shows first, because I think it might be a little too violent for you.
What? You know, the weird thing is, you and I woke up in different places, and that I slept on the floor. And then I can almost say that someone hypnotized us. What's the camera showing?
Oh,
Am I
no!
right? Say something.
Mikey, I have some terrible news for you.
Seriously?
Looks like you were right, and someone's been controlling us all along, which means we destroyed our girls with our own hands. That's just awful.
JJ, we can't drop everything and hide just yet. We need to
Whoa.
find someone who can hypnotize us, and then I'm sure we can get revenge.
So, let's start with you from the beginning.
Yeah.
And for that, we'd better watch the tape again. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Although it's obvious to me that we're going through that door.
You're right. I don't have any other suggestions either. So let's get down to that basement as fast as we can. By the way, don't you think we used to have a wooden door down there?
What
So
the-
this is all very strange.
That's right, we never had a wooden door in there.
Whoa.
So that's definitely where our adversary made his hideout. And it's a good thing you realize that. because now we can deal with him quickly and heal our girls.
But I'm a little freaked out by the fact that this door isn't hidden from us at all. So if we open it, there could be a trap. But I hope it's not a trial run, because I don't want to go through anything right now.
You're right, I don't want there to be a trial lane either. But if it does happen, we're gonna have to go through it. Also, our girls can be alive again. Although I really don't believe that's possible.
And you're not gonna leave me there alone, are you? Because I'm getting scared.
Come on, open the door quickly. And it took you so long to figure out who was controlling you? Actually, it was me. But I don't think you can catch me, because this is my territory.
I knew it was that witch's fault.
Yeah.
But how do we get to her? I guess we'll have to solve different puzzles to get to the boss room, and we better get started as soon as possible.
JJ, are you sure this is gonna work out at all? Because I'm looking at all these rooms, and I don't know what we're supposed to do. And if there's gonna be enemies in here, we're gonna have to fight. And we didn't bring any weapons.
Look, it looks like most of the puzzles are built on all the levers in here. So if we can activate them, we can move forward. And I don't think we're gonna need any weapons in here.
Are you saying we should start testing right now? Let's just start at that door, because that looks like the clearest door in the whole place. And I really hope there aren't any mazes.
Well, I think this door is the best option too. And by the way, I think we're still gonna have to do some tests. So get ready.
As I thought, we'll have to go through a maze of spikes. But at least there's a chest with a diamond sword. Now, even if we have to fight, one of us will be able to take them all down. Yes! And you better have the sword.
You're right. I'm the better fighter of the two of us. Who's that magician up there anyway? I'm guessing he's gonna be in the way of us passing this test. And how many zombies can he summon? Looks like we're gonna have to hold off.
I told you it was a good thing you got the sword, because you're about to beat them in a hurry. And I understand we need to take out that wizard as quickly as possible, because he could summon more.
Mikey, you're right. We can't let that sorcerer summon any more zombies, because I can't fight like this forever. Let's run faster to him.
Look, can't we all just go on like this? Because I got so scared after so many zombies showed up around me. And what if this is just the beginning? There's gonna be nothing left of me here.
Mikey, have you forgotten what we're doing this for?
What?
Personally, I want to bring my girlfriend back to life. And if you don't want that, you can just turn around and walk away. But I know you're not like that, so let's move on together.
You're right. I do have something to fight for. So I'll move on. JJ, thank you so much for what you've done. Because if it wasn't for you, I would have given up and run as far away from here as possible.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Now let's see what we need to do next. And I understand we're going to be doing parkour now. See, I told you this was going to be good. Because we're parkour professionals.
You're right. This test will be much easier for us to pass. So let's just pull ourselves together and finish it.
By the way, I was thinking, what if there's a secret passage around here somewhere? Because it'd be weird if whoever did all this ended up passing every test. So how would you feel about looking for that passage?
It doesn't make any sense to me. Because while we're looking for that passageway, we might run out of time. And by the way, it looks like we're all the way through. So now, all we have to do is destroy this sorcerer.
I've been waiting a long time to get my revenge on that wizard. And I have to admit, he has a lot of lives. Because I need more than one punch to beat him. But at close range, he doesn't stand a chance.
I can't believe you got over him so fast. So can we move on now? I really hope we don't have any more challenges along the way, because I don't want to waste any more time going through them.
Mikey, don't you think we're in a really weird place? Because there's just a big hallway, that's all. So I believe at the end of this hallway is the boss room. And when we defeat the witch, everything will be fine.
I think we can use this passageway to open the first lever, and then we'll be 50% of the way to the boss. And that scares me, because it looks like we're gonna have to do it all over again.
How awful. And I was hoping we just found a way to the boss room. But there's nothing to do, so it looks like we have to go through all the rooms after all. So let's choose where we go next. And I think we should go this way.
All right, let's give it a shot. You still have nothing to lose but the Sword of Diamonds.
Well, open it up and let's see what's next. And I'm guessing the trials are gonna be a lot alike, because this room also started with spikes. I just hope it doesn't have that horrible wizard and his army of zombies in it.
JJ, I don't think it's going to be as easy as the last room without a mage. Because look, there's a lot more spikes, and the path is a little different. So if I were you, I'd look
No.
around and try not to fall.
You're right. It's a little more complicated than that.
Yeah.
Although I think it was pretty much expected, because the closer we get to the boss, the harder it's gonna be. And I still don't know how we're still alive.
By the way, we've almost made it to the end of this path of thorns.
Yes.
So we're done with that challenge. And you know, I don't see anything else. So just in case we don't have to do parkour here too. JJ, I think the next challenge is just for you. Because you're gonna have to fight a whole bunch of monsters. And how do you think you're gonna beat them? You're the only one, and there's a lot of them.
Mikey, I think you're underestimating me.
Really?
There's just as many monsters here as there were last time. So of course I can handle them. The most important thing is to get to the wizard again as fast as possible.
JJ, you just be careful, because I think the magician's gonna be stronger this time. And by the way, where did they even come from? It's just our house. It ends up being a maze of different rooms and opponents.
Still, he was as weak as any of the opponents here. So now you and I can move forward. And I take it there's gonna be spikes again? Well, we'll get through this one somehow.
Are you sure we're even gonna make it to the end? Because then we're gonna have to go through the whole ordeal again? Although something tells me that after this Ronade, we'll be able to get to the boss room.
Now we just have to get to the end and do the best we can. And if I'm reading this right, there should be a doorway under that balcony. I've been waiting for this moment. You can't even imagine it.
And how it still hurts me to fall into those spikes. Looks like whoever put them in here went to a lot of trouble, because any more and they could destroy me. But I'm just going to be a lot more careful if I have to be.
Look, Mikey, here comes the end. That means there's a lever and an exit. And if there were only 2 levers, that means we did everything we could to get to the boss. That's pretty cool. I thought we were gonna be here a long time.
JJ, you were right. I don't know how, but we managed to make all the conditions for opening the passage, and I think we need to move on as quickly as possible, because who knows what's going to be waiting for us out there.
Who would have thought that right down the hallway, parkour would be waiting for us? And I'll never believe a witch went through all that. Although, like you said, it's gonna take a long time to find a way in. So we should just do this the normal way.
And by the way, I think it's very simple parkour, so we don't have to worry about any of us falling at all. But I still don't recommend swimming in lava, because you're not gonna get out of it.
Also, this parkour thing is kind of short, so we should be able to get through it in a little bit. By the way, have you thought about what we're gonna do about the witch? I want to destroy her, but she could still be useful, so we need to tie her up.
I don't think you can do that. So let's just knock her out. Although if I were you, I'd just start threatening. And by the way, what makes you so sure a witch can bring people back to life? I think it's all just made up.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. And look, we're past parkour, so let's get a move on.
Look, there's the witch. And who'd have thought she'd be out here with no guards at all? So it's time to show you how much a diamond sword can hurt. So, witch, you want to help us resurrect our girls?
Wait, you don't have to destroy me. I do know how to bring your girls back to life. But to do that, you're gonna have to take me to the ritual site, because that's the only place I have the strength to do it.
I really don't want it to be like this, but you're gonna have to come with us. And if you make one mistake or make one wrong move, I will destroy you immediately. So let's not do any of your tricks this time.
JJ, I don't think this witch is going to do anything under those conditions, because we're much stronger than she is. And by the way, it's a good thing we don't have to go through the whole ordeal all over again.
That's it. We're almost to the right place. And by the way, don't you think you're responsible for what happened? Because if you weren't so weak to hypnosis, I couldn't make you do this.
Don't even think about saying that, because you're the one who was running us at the time. So we just did whatever you wanted, and I'm still wondering why we destroyed 2 girls in the first place.
I understand we were trying to summon some kind of powerful demon, and we had to sacrifice someone to do it. I can't believe how awful this is, but I'm glad our girls will be saved in the end.
Oh my God, it's so good to see you. You can't imagine what Mikey and I went through to make you alive again. Although I don't think it's best for you to say that just yet.
JJ, it looks like we have a bit of a problem, because the witch wants to go somewhere else. Except we didn't let you go anywhere. Did you really think all we wanted was for you to save our girls?
Look, I didn't do anything to hurt you. So maybe you should just let me go. And we can forget about me making you a zombie. because I was just testing my abilities. You understand, don't you?
I don't think we should forgive you anyway, because at the very least, you destroyed our girls. So now you're gonna be in our prison, and there's no way you can escape.
Whoa! It's so cool that we had everything we needed to make a prison. And JJ, you can build in peace because I control the witch. She's not gonna get very far.
And when we're done, it's the only time I can breathe easy. Because the whole time, I was thinking that the witch might turn us into zombies again. And now you're gonna spend the rest of your life sitting here.
JJ, are you sure we'll be safe now? Because if I were you, I'd just flood the place with lava and run. Then we'd be fine forever. But I'll do what you say.
Mikey, don't worry. It's not the first time I've done something like this, so just watch as you watch a beautiful prison being built before your eyes. And now we can put the witch in there so she can't hurt anyone else.
I've already figured you out, so don't hit me.
Really?
And believe me, you're gonna regret what you did. So before it's too late, I suggest you let me go. Otherwise, I will destroy you for sure.
You don't sound so scary now, and I don't even know why. Wait, it's probably because you're in jail now, and the materials there are very strong, so it'll be easier for you to turn yourself in.
JJ, I think we can finally get out of this basement now. But I want to stand and laugh around that witch for a while longer, because we succeeded in foiling all her plans.
All right, well, let's just stand here a little longer. You know, I'm glad we got this done so quickly.